Hey guys, Mighty Gazelle here, and I just got done watching episode 9 of season 5 of Samurai Jack. Um, I have a lot of just emotions going on right now, and not a lot of them are happy in any way. Don't get me wrong, I loved the episode. It was just kind of gut wrenching. Like I just, to be honest, I don't really know what to say. I didn't take time to articulate my thoughts like I usually do. I'm jumping right into this. Um, what a penultimate episode of a series, am I right? I mean, there's only one left. But let's get into this. Let's talk about what happened. What a stark contrast. The beginning, it starts off with them still kissing. And just how it ends, man. A while back, I made a Who is Ashi's Father theory video. And unfortunately, theory number 2 was correct. For those of you who didn't watch that video, theory number 2 was that Aku was her true father. And it played out kind of like how I predicted in that Aku gave them, the cult, some of his essence, and that's how they got impregnated, and pretty dark stuff. But that's at the end of the episode. That's a little foreshadowing as to what happens. The beginning deserves to be talked about a little bit too. I'm actually smiling because the beginning was actually very sweet and cute. It starts with them being bashful of their kiss, like, "Oh my god, I'm sorry," and they're like wiping the slime off each other's face, and more scenes with Jack being bashful about her and her looking for some clothing and whatnot. And there's a really adorable scene where she sees him naked. He's like showering, and she like has a little grin on her face, which is really cute. Which is it's deserving because this whole time she's been sexualized. So at least there was a moment where Jack was sexualized, even though it was still pales in comparison to what Ashi's been through this series. But we have this very, very deep scene where they're sitting by the campfire, and she asks Jack, "Do you miss home?" And we get this beautiful just flashback of when Jack was a kid, overlooking his land, his home, and talking about all the beauty of it, all the just things that he used to do. And it made me so sad to hear that. I was happy because I was seeing like the old school, his village and everything, but it's like sad because this is, and then he even mentions like they're all just memories now, and she apologizes for bringing them up, and he's like, "Oh, don't worry about it, it's okay." And Jack looks into his reflection, and this isn't like hallucination like he's had in the past where it's this misshapen figure being a downer on him. This is pure Jack he's seeing in this reflection. It just is a scruffy version. It reflects, even though Jack is all cleaned up and stuff, he's still tormented inside. Not necessarily by his failures and his demons, but there's a part of him that will never go away because it's something he's experienced. It's a huge part of his life. And it basically just says to him, like, "Hey, not to be a downer here, but you know that this can't really continue because you've lost everyone you've come to contact with. It's just the truth. And, you know, this thing you have going on with Ashi, it's probably not a good idea." So the next morning, Ashi wakes up and Jack is gone. Jack goes off on his own. He's venturing, and he runs into a scene that a lot of fans have been asking for years. Would Jack fight the Guardian again? And unfortunately, like I've been kind of speculating, the Guardian is dead. Okay, 99% sure he's dead. Just because we see his glasses does not mean he's dead. I'm still convinced he's dead, but there's always that small chance that he'll appear with the army, like the Scotsman's army. Like maybe he escaped his battle with Aku. It's possible. I'm just throwing it out there, not saying he's alive, but it's possible. And the portal the one that showed Jack, the image of Jack in his king hat, or his crown, and his battle armor, it's gone. It was destroyed by Aku. Aku was not lying when he said he destroyed all the portals. And Ashi shows up, and she said, "Why'd you leave me like that?" And he basically reiterated what I just told you, that everyone he's come into contact with, everyone he's cared about, they all somehow meet a horrible end, and he didn't want the same thing to happen to Ashi. And she tells him that, look, fate has brought us here. Everything that's happened, it's put us here for a reason. And she basically reassures him that she's there for him no matter what. And it's a very sweet, touching scene. And before I jump into what happens next, a little bit of side stuff that happens. Scaramouche tells Aku that he no longer has his sword, and we get a humorous scene where they're dancing, and I can't even smile about it right now because the thought in my head is talking about what's coming up is about to happen. So basically Scaramouche and Aku show up, and Jax shows Aku that he has a sword, and Scaramouche gets his head exploded. So I'm guessing Scaramouche is dead. You know, you can only survive so much. He got killed by Jack once and then blown up by Aku. So if he survives again, you know. But now we get to the part of the episode that is truly just, I don't even know really what to think about this at the moment. Basically, Aku's about to leave because he realizes, okay, this is a waste of my time. And Jack goes after him. And Jack, as he's slashing at him, Aku's like, oh, wait, I smell something. It's a bit of me. And basically Aku says, listen, there's something here that's like a piece of me. And it turns out to be Ashi. And we see that Aku gave his essence to the Sisters of Aku to basically bring her to life. And then in a really tragic scene, they're fighting each other, and she basically gets turned into this possessed figure of like a minion of Aku. And for a moment she gets freed after Jack hits her with his sword and says, like, kill me, just kill me, I don't want to live like this. And Jack struggles for a moment and drops his sword and gives up. And we get this haunting image of Aku holding the sword. It pans down to Ashi, who's being controlled, and Jack, who's on his knees in despair. And it ends right there. Just wow. That's all I really want to say. I don't want to talk about it a whole lot more because I'm still digesting it. But one episode's left, guys. Just one more episode of Samurai Jack, and it's all over. In case you don't catch me next week, I just want to say thank you for joining me all these weeks. It's been a lot of fun. I love chatting with you guys, just speculating everything, but these days are coming to an end. Not for me on YouTube, but just Samurai Jack, which is a shame. But I'm excited, as you guys should be. Until next time, this has been Mighty Gazelle, and I hope you all have a mighty day. See you guys.